Do you really think the likes of Cardi B, is it Meg Thee Stallion, Takashi 6ix9ine, and other such rappers that are what I would consider very degenerate in their music, do you really think that they got there purely based on their raw talent?
You're crazy. Am I? Yes. Am I? Yes. Am I?
In this video, I will be using Cardi B as an example, simply because she's the most popular female artist at present, in which I would like to express my opinion on and show where I'm coming from and where I'm going with my argument, right? So my claim is that the likes of your Meg Thee Stallions, Cardi B's, Takashi 6ix9ine, which is the male rapper, my argument is this: are they there because of their raw talent, or are they there because they've been chosen to be there by the powers that be?
I have an incredible offer for you, Gary. If you're interested, follow me this way.
So the first thing I'd have to look at, using Cardi B as an example, is her checkered past. Yeah. We all know that she used to work in strip clubs and things like that. You know, she was a dancer, exotic dancer. Yeah, it's not, it's a job. Job's a job, isn't it? Right. And she's not hidden the fact that she used to set men up and literally, rob them. Yeah. And do all kind of illegal activities in order to make money. She's never hidden that. You know what I mean? And her body's fake. Everything on her body is just about fake. She's had lifts and tucks and implants and all sorts.
I used to see girls with nicer bodies than me and make more money than me, and it used to make me feel crazier because why is this girl that I feel is like mad dumb, doing mad drugs, don't have herself together, don't have her priorities together, and is making more money than me just because her ass is bigger?
Which again, she's a big ass woman. That's what she wants to do. That's what she wants to do. Now, what it is that she first kind of like made a name for herself by soliciting herself on, I think, the Instagram and social media by obviously posting up pictures of her in sexually provocative positions, so forth and so on. And then she got her big break going on, was it Love and Hip Hop? And where she started to act really ratchet, and you know what I mean? Giving it that all stereotypical hood rap mentality, giving that,
I had a reason.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
I just explained the reason.
What was the reason, bitch?
I don't need to explain myself.
Sticking out her tongue and snapping her neck and clicking her fingers and all that bullshit, right? And then she made a song, Black Joe Dat Black or something like that. And from there on, her career's gone on an uphill trajectory, which is good for her. Great for her, right? Now, the thing is, for me, is this. Let me check my notes, right? As far as I'm concerned, all of what she does is an act, right? Because obviously she's a performer, makes sense, right? But the problem I have with this act is what it projects and what it implies and what impression it has on the audience, and gives a false, what can I say, a false, not identity, what's that word I'm looking for? A false representation of black women, right? Because as we know, when you see Cardi B, and you see all the titles, and when she represents herself, should I say, in front of mainstream media, she represents herself as a black woman. And even though she's what I would consider not black, she's Hispanic. She's Hispanic or something like that, So she's not entirely black, you know what I mean? She might, her dad might be X, her dad might be from, it's not her with a dad from Jamaica, is it? It's the other one. Anyway, her parents might have come from like a Caribbean island or whatever it is, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're black. That just means they live there. But anyway, I'm not going to go into her whole family history tree. But at the end of the day, she's not what I would consider a representation of a black woman, right? Even though that's what she wants to call herself, right? Just because she's not white. But anyway, So she represents herself as a black woman, and all of these things that she does, as I said, is an act, right? And for me, as an act, when you see her getting propped up as recently she's been given Woman of the Year award by the Billboard, Yeah, and you see her getting interviews with Joe Biden and representing the black community and stuff like that. It gives, for me, this false message in which I would argue that is being used by the powers that be to cause a generation of women to become ratchet, right? And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is this. If you're, let's say, a black woman or a young black girl that happens to come from a disadvantaged position in life because of your family situation, yeah, you will look, those women will look to Cardi B and say, well, look, she had a hard life. She came from a very poor background or whatever it is. And look where she is now. And aspire to the likes of Cardi B as role models. And when you follow a role model, what you tend to do is follow in their footsteps, so to speak. Yeah. Now, if you look at someone who wants to be a rocket scientist or wants to go into space, they will look to the likes of Buzz Aldrin, and they'll look up NASA, and they'll go to a school or university to get, they'll go to university to study science and whatever it is they have to study and mathematics and all those things in order to pursue their dreams of becoming an astronaut. That's the word I'm looking for. An astronaut. Yeah, that stands to make sense, doesn't it? Stands to reason. So, in that same way, if you see Cardi B or someone like Cardi B, not just her, but others like Cardi B who are living the good life, yachting it up, buying £50,000 handbags and £88,000 purses or whatever it is, for that young person who's in a disadvantaged position when they're young, they will look at the path that Cardi has chosen or took, yeah, and say, well, if she did that, I will do that too to get where she does. You know what I mean? And for me, when I say chosen, yeah, it's like the powers that be, yeah, the people that you never hear about, they've handpicked Cardi in order for her to project or portray that you too can be successful and make a life of yourself doing what I did. Now, the issue with that is not everyone can win a horse race or a foot race, should I say. You'll only ever get one winner, and you might get second and third, but after say 10 or 20, no one gives a shit. Yeah. And what you'll find is that a generation of women that will find themselves or who are in a disadvantaged position, if you have a generation of thousands of young girls thinking that they could be the next Cardi B, what you have now is a generation of ratchet women. You know what I'm saying? Right? And you can see it now on the social media sites. You'll see them all sticking out their tongues. You see them all in their bedrooms taking provocative pictures of themselves with their butt hanging out and their tits hanging out, and you know what I mean? And trying to, like I said, trying to be the next Cardi B kind of thing, all talking about the black girl magic and sister magic and all that nonsense. Yeah. All of this, in my opinion, breeds a next generation of ratchetness. Now, a lot of people say, well, no, I'm taking it too far. I'm taking it too far, or I'm being wrong in that my perception. It's about overcoming. And some women will look at it, no, she turned a negative into a positive. But for me, what happened to the individual, right, does not transfer over to a group. Yeah, you can have one rich person in the room, but that doesn't make everybody rich. You know what I'm saying? Right. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, right, and basically, yeah, I've kind of gone over it anyway, right? But yeah, should Cardi B because of this, should Cardi B be an aspiration to young black women? Yeah, or like I said, so to answer the question, is Cardi B an aspiration to young black women, and not just Cardi B, but the likes of Cardi B, or is it the powers that be portraying this aspiration or giving them these thingy, give accolades, if you what you want to call it, in order so that they can control the rest. You know what I mean? So they can, it's like I'll make one person rich. I'll make that one person rich, or I'll make that one person successful, and the influence that one person has over the group or the herd, now we can keep them in a degenerative state. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.
Yes. Am I? Yes. Am I? Yes.